Elise Anne Marie Frank was born in Frankfurt, in the former Prussia, on June 12, 1929, and died in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in Hanover, Germany, around February 1945, at only 16 years old. She was a German teenager of Jewish origin, who was a victim of the Holocaust, becoming one of the most emblematic figures of the 20th century. The posthumous publication of the content of her diary, the book of which was released with the title The Diary of a Young Girl in 1947, recounts her experiences and feelings during the Second World War and the German occupation in the Netherlands, documenting her day-to-day life, hidden in concealed rooms of a company in Amsterdam. The story of Anne Frank has served as the basis for several films, plays, research, and studies.
It's not the fault of the Dutch that we Jews are having such a bad time.
I thank the interesting old lady, and I now know that so-called interesting men owe their reputation to their looks alone.
Peter added, the Jews have been and always will be the chosen people.
I'll show them that Anne Frank wasn't born yesterday. They'll sit up and take notice and keep their big mouths shut when I make them see they ought to attend to their own manners instead of mine.
Because only then does one feel that all is as it should be, and that God wishes to see people happy amidst the simple beauty of nature. I firmly believe that nature brings solace in all troubles.
That's engaged. The news isn't much of a surprise, though none of us are particularly pleased. Bertus may be a nice, steady, athletic young man, but Bet doesn't love him, and to me that's enough reason to advise her against marrying him.
Live with the objective of being happy.
We're not the only people that have had to suffer. There have always been people that have had to.
I've reached the point where I hardly care whether I live or die. The world will keep on turning without me. I can't do anything to change events anyway.
Of course, there are those who blow you kisses or try to take hold of your arm, but they're definitely knocking on the wrong door.
First, there's the rose, the queen of the flowers. She's so beautiful and her fragrance is so intoxicating that it goes to everyone's head most of all her own. The rose is beautiful, sweet-smelling and elegant, but if things aren't going her way, she shows her thorns.
She's like a spoiled child, beautiful, elegant, and seemingly nice as can be. But if you touch her or talk to someone else so that she's no longer the center of attention, out come her claws.
Yes, in the sense that I felt a certain contentment. Not always, mind you. I moaned and groaned from time to time, but I was never downright depressed again, probably because I realized that sadness comes from feeling sorry for yourself and happiness from joy.
Sleep makes the silence and the terrible fear go by more quickly. Helps pass the time, since it's impossible to kill.
Go outside amidst the simple beauty of nature and know that as long as places like this exist, there will be comfort for every sorrow, whatever the circumstances may be.
We lit the stove a few days ago, and the entire room is filled with smoke. I prefer central heating, and I'm probably not the only one.
I feel the suffering of millions, and yet, when I look up at the sky, I somehow feel that everything will change for the better, that this cruelty too shall end, that peace and tranquility will return once more.
Thinking about the suffering of those who hold dear can reduce you to tears. In fact, you could spend the whole day crying.
I love the time I spend with you. You make my living worthwhile. Why didn't I meet you before? I wish I could start my life from the beginning with you because the time I spend with you is never enough. I need you more every day.
Deep down, the young are lonelier than the old.
Sometimes I think God is trying to test me, both now and in the future. I'll have to become a good person on my own, without anyone to serve as a model or advise me, but it'll make me stronger in the end.
I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains.
I wish to go on living even after my death.
He clings to his solitude, to his affected indifference and his grown-up ways, but it's just an act, so as never to show his real feelings.
I had to hold my head up high and put a bold face on things, but the thoughts keep coming anyways.
Don't be too assuming that doesn't get you anywhere.
How lovely to think that no one need wait a moment. We can start now, start slowly changing the world.
I want to write, but more than that, I want to bring out all kinds of things that lie buried deep in my heart.
If the truth is told, things are just as bad as you yourself care to make them.
I must uphold my ideals, for perhaps the time will come when I shall be able to carry them out.
I looked up in the sky and trusted in God.
Stupid people usually can't bear it when others do something better than they do.
I never utter my real feelings about anything. My lighter, superficial side will always be too quick for the deeper side of me, and that's why it always wins.
I don't want to have lived in vain like most people. I want to be useful or bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death.
In one way or another, the day would come when my name would be a household word, and my picture would occupy a place of honor in the memory book of every damn-pied film fan.
The only way to truly know a person is to argue with them, for when they argue in full swing, then they reveal their true character.
I am what a romantic movie is to a profound thinker, a mere diversion, a comic interlude, something that is soon forgotten.
No matter what I'm doing, I can't help thinking about those who are gone. I catch myself laughing and remember that it's a disgrace to be so cheerful. This flu will pass.
I know what I want. I have a goal, an opinion. I have a religion and love. Let me be myself. And then I am satisfied. I know that I'm a woman with inward strength and plenty of courage.
A person who's happy will make others happy. A person who has courage and faith will never die in misery.
What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't even happened yet.
You must work and do good, not be lazy and gamble if you wish to earn happiness. Laziness may appear attractive, but work gives satisfaction.
When I write, I can shake off all my cares. My sorrow disappears, my spirits are revived. And that's a big question, will I ever be able to write something great? Will I ever become a journalist or writer?
I am young and strong and living a great adventure.
Actually, what you're hoping to find when you're depressed is happiness. Even if you miss a lot because you have no one to talk to, once you've found your own inner happiness, you'll never lose it. I don't mean this in terms of material things, but in a spiritual sense. I believe that once your own inner happiness has been found, it might go underground for a while, but it will never be lost.
Give and you shall receive much more than you ever thought possible. Give and give again. People who give will never be poor.
I love you with a love so great that it simply couldn't keep growing inside my heart, but had to leap out and reveal itself in all its magnitude.